ready for the next session? Message yes and tell me if you're ready for what the last half of the 2-day summit is going to bring to you. Many yeses. Super, super. So let's see what the next session brings on for us. We've done a repeat of last afternoon. What we've done is an interview. You found the conversation with Dashrath so inspiring that we decided that we were compelled to bring one more person on. So today we have an interview with Deepti. Deepti is an analyst with 3 years of experience working as a data analyst and data science for SaaS companies and startups. Currently working as a sourcing analyst with a Cook Island-based company, and she is going to be joining with us right now, straight from Ireland, not even from Bombay, not even from India, all the way from Ireland. She's going to be joining us. She's going to be talking to JJ, and she's going to be sharing her journey with us, her transformation, her experiences, and her growth story. Now, that's something that's going to be very inspiring to all of us. And because she's joining us from Ireland, I think she deserves an even bigger applause. So let's come on, clap for her and welcome. I welcome Deepti and JJ for this incredibly inspiring conversation that's about to come up. Hi, Deepti.
Hi, Shruti. That was a nice intro, I would say. I wasn't expecting that.
Thank you so much for joining us from Ireland. It's absolute pleasure from our side to have you here. I now hand over to JJ.
Superb. Give a round of applause to Shruti. Give a round of applause. Give a hand to her. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you, Deepti, for joining in all the way from Ireland. It really means a lot that you've taken out time and spend time with us, all of us, sharing a bit about yourself. So, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I wasn't expecting this to be like so many people joining. To be honest, I'm completely not on track of being with the with what's happening with our community as of now. I've been busy last few weeks about the new role which I joined up and stuff. So I was just in a sense of it's just the inner circle community or our inner circle members. So yeah, it's kind of I'm a bit shocked, to be honest, and I wasn't expecting the dance part.
Good to have you on that space, and thank you for being honest, and thank you for sharing with us how are you feeling. Please feel at home, because all of these members who are listening to you are part of this summit that we are having, which is called as Career Growth Summit. And somewhere in every person, I believe there is an element in us always who seeks to grow. And the entire theme of these 2 days have been to bring that element from inside us on the table, to observe, to nurture, and to experience that growth. That's the whole purpose of this 2 days summit.
Right.
So, we had Dashrath from our inner growth circle, career growth circle, talking about his journey, and we had a very good panel discussion with Dinesh, Milind, and Narsimha, who kind of walked us through what it really takes to grow. And now we have you sharing your journey. And the reason I invited you to be on this spotlight or this segment is because I interact with a lot of professionals, and a big chunk of that professionals that I interact with is women. And when I listen to their stories, when I listen to their challenges, when I listen to their version of a journey, I feel I get two feelings. One is that I'm glad that we are having that interaction with them, and two, a part of me always feels to really work for that segment, because for women it's not really easy, and there are a lot of breaks that one goes throughout the journey of career. So we'd like to hear from you. How do you see that journey for yourself? How do you see that?
Yeah, I can totally relate to what you're saying there, JJ. My journey wasn't easy. It wasn't a cakewalk. It wasn't. Nevertheless, like it wasn't any way different to what other women out there I feel experiencing. So kind of, as everyone know, like women do play different roles. We are the daughters, daughter-in-laws, mothers, wives, and everything, and we try to have our personal career as well. So to bring upon my personal experience, like when I moved to Ireland in 2015, I was having big hopes for my career. Like I wanted to, grow big, like join MNCs or whatnot, and like I moved with that intention. And at some point, I wanted to even continue on my education as well. I want to do my master's degree. So there were so many plans and so many expectations for my future when I moved in 2015. So, but then after moving, it wasn't as expected, or the situation wasn't as welcoming as I wanted it to be.
Mm.
And then I had my daughter in 2016, and then like for me at that point, I thought like, okay, world ended up, and I never felt like I'll be able to even get back or fulfill what I wanted to do. But then at
Mm.
later stage, I never let the thoughts block me. So I somehow pushed myself, and I would say with the support of my husband here, because if he wasn't supporting me and encouraging it, I'll not be in the position where I'm at the moment.
Mm.
So that's when I decided, okay, first let me go back to college, do my masters, and I can say I'm pretty proud that I went back to university here in Ireland when I was having when my child was 2 years old, and the struggle which I went through to do that wasn't easy because the commute wasn't near. The university was far away. I used to take two buses to go to the university, and then two buses way back to reach home, and I did that. And then when I had my master's degree, when I was graduating, like I was like the feeling which I achieved at that point was entirely different,
Mm.
because that was one of the goal which I wanted to reach. So and I did that, and as you know, JJ, like I'm the person who always set goals for myself and I want to reach them
Yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, after college, that's when I placed. I got a job, and everything was flying good, and I was like, yes, now I achieved everything what I want, and I was taking care of my family, and everything went well until last year when the world hit into pandemic, and then that's when I lost my job, and I was like, oh God, I'm at the square one again.
Mm.
Like it took me a hard, I would say, like 3.5 years to build up the path which I wanted to, and then I was hit back again, and I was at the same point, like struggling to find what's next for me.
Yeah.
And that's when we got connected, and then I would say our one-to-one sessions or the group activities which we did, and with my buddy mates, like I'm not sure if they're on the call, like Sandeep and Surya, we used to have the sessions, our calls and stuff. And in this process, like the complete 3 to 4 months, I kind of identified myself transforming. I identified myself understanding and accepting the reality.
Mm.
So, which I wasn't doing it earlier, or I'll put it this way: like I never come across a situation where I was hit by something else and something stopping me to reach my goal.
Mm.
So, so the pandemic, in one way, helped me to redefine or to look back into my negatives. I wouldn't say negatives, but the points to improve and
Yeah.
to have to deal with certain circumstances which may hold us back,
Mm. Mm.
and interacting with people, or sharing our ideas, and putting ourselves out there, and letting people know where we are and what we want to do, and then redefining ourselves will definitely help us move forward. And I would say, like you and our inner circle, like was had a huge impact on me in not losing the hope going forward, and where I'm at the moment.
Sure. Thank you for kind of sharing that with us, and really admire the journey that you have taken throughout the career growth circle, inner circle journey that you've taken. I want to know from you, like when you were getting those rejections, when you were getting those self doubt in that process, there was a gap, right? There was a gap for quite some time. How you kept yourself engaged and positive? Because that is one thing which all of us right now, and it's kind of a mindset that you kind of take care of. So what specifically did you do in those period which helped you?
Yeah, definitely. Like looking back to our sessions, I remember you sharing with us the 4I framework.
Mm,
So that helped me to identify the what you call the missing elements or the missing
mm,
points.
mm,
And definitely, yeah, there were times when I thought, okay, I'm gonna give up. Like this is not happening. Like maybe this, I'm not supposed to have a career. Like there were thoughts like this, and in the meantime, I there was at a point where there was a huge need from the family, which which I need to give, and there was a time when I was like, okay, when I'm struggling here. I'm planning to have something in towards my career, towards my professional life, and then something comes from the personal life, and how do I balance both?
mm,
So that was a time I was completely blown out of my mind. Like, what should I do now?
yeah.
How should I proceed? And they were, I think, for a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, I was like, okay, I'm not going to do anything. Okay, I don't care about. I can't handle both. Like there were situations like I was taking stress, I would say, for myself.
Mm,
So and then I was like, okay, how do I deal with this? Like nothing is going in the way I wanted. So everything is up in the walls, and I can't get a grip or hold of everything. So yeah, that's when again, like connecting with you and our one to one, and sharing how I felt, and I think the point which you shared at that time, like one day at a time, really helped me to stay calm, and stay focused and stay positive, and and as well being consistent. I know, like it's in our journeys, like everyone, we come across the insecurities, or the guilt and everything whatnot, like you name it, I felt it like at that at that stage. So yeah, but at the same way, like I was being consistent in my actions or in the plans, and everyone has a way of dealing things. Like for me, I find it talking to people, taking their opinions or suggestions, and though I might or might not implement, but definitely, like talking to people helps me at that period, to
yeah.
to friends, or to family, or with you, or to the inner circle members, and that really helped me staying in track, and moving forward.
Tell us about the date that you set for getting a new job, and tell us about how kind of when the date was coming closer for you that Yogesh, I've set this date to get this new role, and I've tried all of it. And I remember you coming back to me in the one-to-ones with, okay, what do I do now? The date is coming closer. Tell us about that. Like, I really like that idea of dated goal. You set a goal and you put a date and then you work towards it. Can you share a
Oh
bit
yeah,
about it?
yeah. I remember that. Yeah. So yeah, it was me when I lost the job last year around August, September, that time. And then as I always a goal setter and want to reach them, I did set like three goals for me at that point of time. So down the line, in next 6 months, I want these three things to be done. So, and then I was reaching two out of them, but by the time, I think it was around in first week of March, if
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. Yeah. So and then it was the job which was the last one, and I was super uncertain about will I be able to reach it or not,
Mm,
because I was doing everything I wanted. I was focused. I was concentrating on every element, so everything was going right. But for some reason, I wasn't getting an interview call. Like everything went well,
mm,
but so I was like, okay, what am I missing? Like
yeah.
I focused on my LinkedIn. I focused on upscaling. I focused on everything, but still nothing was happening.
Mm,
So that's when I was like, I reached upon to JJ, and JJ. So this is me. Like I'm at this position. What do I do now? And I know, I think I troubled JJ like with so much difficult questions and situations during one to one.
yeah.
I don't know how he felt, but yeah, I felt better after talking to him. But then I don't know how he felt like.
No, I think yeah, it is good to kind of have a. How many of you agree that when you have someone listening to you and giving you some inputs, it really feels good? How many of you agree to that? Just type out agree in the chat box. And by the way, how many of you are able to relate with Dipti's journey? How many of you feeling that you're talking about my journey or your journey? How many of you feeling that? Just type out me in the chat box. Entire women power. Yeah, type out me in the chat box. Yeah, superb, superb, superb. Yeah. I think it is for me, I always look up to and think about ways to find solutions to where we are to where we aspire to go. And I still remember we had this last one-to-one, I think last month, and you were like, Jugesh, and just talk about the interview call and the 1 week process. 1 week prior, we had a session, and then in 1 week, a lot of things changed for you from the call that you got.
Yeah, yeah. So it was that time after JJ's when I shared the position, and he was like, "You still have time." Like, he kept on like uh, letting me be in the track and not losing the hope, and even I was low at that point because things were completely out of my control, and there was so many, like, I wouldn't say pressure, but the situations in front of me
Mm.
were those which I didn't face in my life earlier, and I wasn't knowing how to tackle with it. Like, do I need to give up on my career? Like, is that the end? Can't I have both? So I was in that situation, like, because I wasn't having a job offer in my hand, and then again there was a family dependent, and there was some points in the family which I need to be taking care of, and I was like totally lost. And after the call, like, JJ suggested me, okay, just nothing, we can't control what's happening out, and everything can't be controlled by us. So I take a day at a time, take a break. So, and then I was in that process, and then Monday I did receive my first round of call with the company which I'm working in, and within a week's time I was able to grab an offer with an increase of 65% of my package, and everything went well. And there comes the second block again for me at this point. So in the meantime, in the previous couple of months, I was talking to another mentor for me who's placed in Ireland, uh, to to whom I talk again, about the technical stuff and the career stuff, and I volunteer to his communities, and also. So he comes back to me at the same time where I have an offer which I'm super ready to accept. He comes and offers me a part-time position with him, and that's when I was like, okay, now I have an offer, but this person is offering me a part-time position in his company. He just reached out to me by himself, like when I explained him my situation a month before. So now I'm like, okay, this guy is like, a mentor for me over here, and I really can't. I was again in a dilemma, and I put the situation in front of Jogesh again. Jogesh, now I'm this way. I have an offer which I'm happy to accept, but here comes my mentor over here with with whom I don't wanna miss the relation. I don't want to make him feel bad for something because he did so much for me. He changed the way he worked to suit me and my position at that time. So he moved his tables to suit me and everything. He just went beyond his limits and set everything to shape up the role for me, the pay for me and everything. And then it was JJ again. So I was like, JJ, now I'm here. I have this job and I have this. What should I do? So yeah, that was again like a difficult situation for me, and I was like, okay, now what? What do I do now? So there are two things, and I don't want to hurt the other my mentor over here, and at the same time I don't want to lose this offer, which I definitely need at that moment of time. And then I uh, I went on with the suggestion which JJ shared, and it worked pretty well, I would say, at that moment. Yeah. So yeah, to sum up, like the past 6 months or 8 months weren't easy for me. There were so many ups and downs. It was a roller coaster ride. God, I was like, God, is that me who just now? If I think like, is that me who just came over everything and like you know was at this position where I wanted. I can seriously see now, like there was huge role of JJ in that process, and on the one-to-ones with him, like, are definitely helped me. And then, like, I should also mention, like, everything this happened, like managing my family, managing my, like, a 3-year-old daughter at that point. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. A lot of people are asking what was my suggestion to you then. uh,
Yeah, so I think, yeah, Arvind is asking, how did you decide to choose between? So yeah, for me at that point, my priorities were, I want to work in the domain which I wanted, or my uh, the kind of role which I want to be in, or the company size, or the element, and as well, pay was again a point for me. So one was a full-time job and the other was a part-time job. Obviously, there'll be like 50% less in the income which we get if it is like a full-time and a part-time. So that was one point. And as I was already hit by one one company before due to pandemic, and in between I tied up with a startup, and then that was a small team and stuff. So I really don't want to be in that situation again, where my services weren't be appreciated in any way.
mm,
So those were my points. I did, like, in comparison again, like, which one to decide, and at the same time I don't want to lose the relationship which I have with the mentor by turning his opportunity down. So yeah, I think that gives you a sense now.
yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, what was JJ's suggestion? So yeah, it was very simple and straightforward. So he just suggested me, like, explain everything to your mentor over a video call, and be honest with him. So and I did that, and it turned out like my mentor was super understanding and supportive at that point. So yeah,
Great.
that was it.
How many days did you complete at work? How many months?
Yeah, it's just a month. Yeah,
And how is it
on
going there?
it's really good. I mean, I'm really, I would say, like, I'm satisfied now. If you
Super.
can remember me, I was like super, what you call, like, unsatisfied. I'm like, no, Jogesh, I want this kind of thing. I'm not content. I'm not content. I need something else during
Yeah,
our one-to-ones, and
super.
yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Give a round of applause for Dipti for being able to share, joining all the way from Ireland, and not prepared to receive so many people joining the session. Still, playing it full in this session. Thank you so much. Give a round of applause for her. How many of you are able to relate with that journey that she shared about her? And I'm telling you guys, you got to hold on there. Have your grit muscle stronger. And yes, at that point in time, you need someone to hear from, to listen to, someone who can guide you, someone who can coach you, mentor you at that point in time, where you're just about to say, no, let me change my direction. Yeah. You need someone to kind of tell you that, yeah, hold on there. You're in the right direction. Hold on, hold on. And that really enables you to get the outcome that you deserve, not what you want. Because you might want this, but you deserve this. Always remember that. You deserve always better than what you really want. Thank you so much, Dipti, for sharing that. Any last couple of sentences for audience who is going through similar journey like you had been through?
Yeah, definitely. I would say, like, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a feminist, but then I love to support women out there, but never lose hope, and just be persistent and consistent, and just believe in yourself. You can do it. Like, many of us, I know we struggle in between, like, thinking, like, what do I do? There'll be too many stressful aspects coming from the family to us, and we'll be taking care of our children and everything. Just don't lose hope. Like, there is light out at the end of the tunnel. Like, keep
Absolutely.
pushing yourself. Talk to people. I mean, identify what makes you feel better. So
Mhm.
so for me as a person, if I talk to someone, if I put my ideas out there, that makes me feel better, or that gives me a direction to go in. So identify what makes you comfortable at that moment, or handle the situation better, and and do it. And if you want to talk to me, like I'm pretty approachable via LinkedIn. So just go for Deepthi Pohuri and you'll be able to locate my profile and reach out to me. And yeah, so I'll say like all the best for everyone. And yeah, thank you, Jogesh, for
My pleasure.
for letting me share my experiences. And yeah, I'm happy if this helps someone out there.
Absolutely.
And
Praveen Vadalkar is a very good storyteller and a dear friend of mine. He always says, you've got a story with you that is needed like an oxygen to someone in the audience. Don't miss out to share that story. So thank you for sharing and donating that. He says that donate your story. So you've donated your story to the audience, and thank you so much for doing that. Thank you.
yeah, thanks, Jason. Thank you.
Give a round of applause for Deepthi. Thank you so much.
Now
Thank you.
this is embarrassing. I didn't try to think different like from any other out there. So
Super. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.